We just started off with you dying.
I wasn't ready for you to like be like, all right, I'm like, oh shit, I'm in the middle of this.
Are you nervous?
I'm a little bit nervous.
I'm like trembling.
You can't see me, but I'm doing that like the like fingers together thing where it's like,
Yeah, same.
I'm so nervous. Dude, I'm gonna look through our old channel and try to like get an ideas of what we actually did because I don't remember anything.
I don't remember half of my childhood.
I don't remember being alive. I don't remember you.
I don't remember my entire life up until yesterday morning.
You remember yesterday morning? I genuinely don't.
Alright, so, who are you?
Like, who am I?
Yeah.
Give me a minute. Let me look this up.
Okay.
Who am I? I remember all of our attempted YouTube videos. We'd just be like, "Hey guys," and then that was it.
That was literally the whole video.
End it there.
We'd go, "Hey guys," and then
we'd export. Thank you.
We'd say, "Hey guys."
Thanks for listening, guys. That was the Hey Guys podcast.
All right, that's the end. The podcast's over. Bye.
All right, bye guys. Blink. That's the sound of the podcast turning off.
Yeah, blink.
Blink. Is this the introduction of ourselves?
Yeah, this is us. I'm here. I'm just a being.
I don't think we've said our names.
Oh yeah, I'm Angie.
And I'm Catie.
The end.
I had like an idea as of like how I should like introduce this.
Okay.
And then okay. Fuck. All right. Hi guys. We're Catie and Angie, and this is probably our
last podcast.
This is our 7th attempt at being like relevant online.
Yeah, word.
Like we tried to get into Vine, but then Vine died right then, and I don't really fully understand how TikTok works still. Like I use it, I don't know how it works.
I still don't know how to use my phone. And that's why I've been saying bring the rotary back. I'm tired of this shit. So yeah, well, here's our story, right? We met when we were 6 months old at Mommy and Me. Was it Mommy and Me?
I was your mom.
You were Mommy?
I was your mom. That's how we met.
Yeah.
I was the mommy and you were the me.
You were not my mom. You were just some random woman at the Mommy and Me class. and then
my mom wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Our moms weren't even there.
No, yeah, we just like stumbled into the class.
That was kind of like the place, yeah.
That was just like where we hung out. You know, all the dealers were there.
Damn, baby, I got 6 passies for $10. You want them or what?
And we said Google Gaga, and then they said I bet.
I think that's kind of like how teens talk still. I'm not really in on all the lingo, and I think Google Gaga is probably something people would say.
That's definitely it for sure, no doubt.
But yeah, so we met at 6 months old, and then I could not tell you a single thing that happened between them and you moving to Oregon, and then you moving back from Oregon. I could not tell you a thing that I didn't even remember that you moved to Oregon until you told me that you did. And I'm like, when the fuck did you live in Oregon?
You know, I don't even know. I don't remember moving to Oregon. I guess that just happened.
I don't see you in any of my 5th birthday party pictures, but you're there in my 6th birthday party pictures. So dude, I'm like, okay.
I went missing for a year. I kidnapped myself.
Dude, where'd you go?
I don't know.
Oregon?
Yeah. I took myself on a trip at 5 years old. I said, we going on a road trip. And then me, myself, and I drove us to Oregon.
Uh-huh.
And then I was there for 2 years, and I said, okay, I miss Catie. I'm going back home.
Aw.
Yeah.
I really do kind of be just, like, your motivation.
Exactly. Because, well, we share a brain. And we've always said this since we were young.
You're
you're my
motivation. Yeah, you're my motivation on Twitter, where it's like, if I tweet something and you don't like it, it wasn't a good tweet.
That's literally how I feel.
If you don't like my tweet, I don't like my tweet.
If you don't like my milky, wilky, honky, wonky, hooey, boobies, then...
Is that your most popular tweet?
I don't think so. I have another one that has like 7,000 likes. You know.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think my most liked tweet was me going to like some like student protest about guns or some shit, and then me posting it and all the Fox News being like, "Can we post this on our Fox News page?" And I'm like, "No.
Give me money first. Run it up."
Yeah, give me money, Fox News. I know y'all have it.
I know y'all got it. Where's it at?
I think, like, us having, I think it's really, I fully believe that we still do share the same brain based off the fact that I don't think either of us, like, have changed. And if
Yeah,
we did change, we changed at the same time.
exactly. We've
Like,
developed together.
we went through, like, our weird, like, randomness phase together, and we both tried to be normal for a few years.
Yeah.
And then now we both listen to 100 Gex.
Exactly, at the same time. Like, it all
Yeah,
just
so,
clicked
like,
together.
I think, like, our brain cells die at the same rate, too.
They definitely do. But, yeah. Because we're both at, like, 0 right now.
Mm-hmm.
We started off with a couple. And then over the years, our collective brain damage, you know?
Dude, you know how, like, two poles that are, like, the same, like, what, like, I don't know, it's like magnets shit. Like, two magnets can't really, like, be together because, like, they're the same thing.
Yes.
That's kind of like us. And,
Yes.
like, we don't really talk that much because I feel like if we did too much, it'd kind of create, like, a black hole.
No, 100% it would. It would create a black hole and everyone would die.
I feel like if I hung out with you right now, like, just something bad would happen.
Something
like,
like
that kind of,
yeah.
like, the energy, like, that kind of energy needs to be, like, a little bit apart.
Or just different. Like, we're too much the same person, so it just doesn't counteract. It's too much.
You know, like that Drew and Danny song where it's like, we are not the same person, but we are.
Exactly. It's the opposite of that song.
Mm-hmm. It's like, I am...
I am Kate, and I'm Angie.
And we are the same person. We don't really look the same. We both have boyfriends who play Minecraft.
But they don't look the same.
They don't at all. Mine's Mexican.
Mine's not Mexican.
So they are not the same person. But we are.
We are.
We are.
Yeah.
Have you done good on TikTok? Or, like, because I know you made a couple of videos, and I thought they were comedy gold.
See, so did I, man. But you know what? I guess they just don't align with the kids.
I don't know how people get views on TikTok. Like, I've tried.
I think you just gotta,
make some pretty good content.
Pop a titty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just think, like, you know those, like, kids that just kind of dance?
Yeah.
I tried to do that with my latest video, where it's, like, the pee-pee poo-poo check video, and I'm dancing. How come? I feel like, where's my fame from that?
No, for real. Like, where is it?
I could do with the things that Charlie D'Amelio does, but she could never do that.
That's literally... No, never. She would never. She's too scared.
Genuinely, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if she did make a dance to a pee-pee poo-poo song, just to try to get, like, cool. It's 420 here in Vegas. Sorry, I got distracted.
You know what? Charlie D'Amelio's too scared to dance to poo-poo pee-pee, and I'm calling her out right now. Charlie, if you're listening, dance to poo-poo pee-pee, or else.
Or else what? Charlie D'Amelio, come on the podcast, and we'll do a little poo-poo pee-pee dance together.
Exactly. Come on, Charlie.
Do you want to talk about our only time we ever became popular online was our 3,000 YouTube followers?
Yeah, let's get into that.
Subscribers.
Let's get into that mess.
So we don't remember anything about our early childhood. Like, I could not tell you a single thing. I think the earliest memory I have of you is your 10th birthday party when you pretended like you were possessed.
Yeah, that's my earliest memory also. I don't remember anything before the age of 10 after my parents' divorce. And then I turned 10, and I was like, I'm possessed by a demon, and everyone at my birthday party was so scared, and I was like, thanks for giving me attention.
Yeah, you weren't even, like, that good at it. I think you just kind of, like, laid on a trampoline and then threw a sock at a tree, and everyone was like, oh my god, she's going insane!
Yeah, and then I
would throw a sock at a tree.
And I was, like, trying to be silent the whole time, but I kept laughing, and then I tried to play the laughing off as if I was insane, you know, like the Joker. Because I wanted attention.
And then I downloaded, like, a ghost detector app on my iPad, and everyone was like, oh my god, this is real, and the ghost would be like, oh, and we were like, oh my god!
Yes, dude, that was so fun. No cap.
Dude, that was a complete tangent to your 10th birthday party.
Yeah.
I remember, didn't you tell a story where, like, you were wearing all yellow when you went on a yellow roller coaster, so they didn't see you, and they didn't put your seatbelt on, and you fell off the roller coaster?
Yeah.
Or, like, that's like who was possessing you? Like,
yeah, no. So
they died on a roller coaster.
They died on a roller coaster, and then since they didn't see me in the seatbelt, and then I died, but I took over the dead person's body.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then I was possessed.
So wait, are you saying that are you a dead possessed person still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense. Yeah. But anyways, like we used to have like this YouTube channel where we would play all these fun little characters, but they were all Monster High dolls. And the characters they weren't really fun at all. Like I actually these videos, like the most popular one I think like of us actually has like 25,000 views.
Which is absolutely disgusting.
The fact that anyone would support anything we did is just kind of astounding.
Here's the synopsis of our humor, right?
Hold on, I found it. 45,000 views, Laguna at McDonald's.
Right, so our humor is just screaming. And then just, like, saying funny words.
That was the entire... I thought you said, like, that's still our humor, and I'm like, a little bit.
A little bit. But less screaming. Just funny words. Just poo-poo pee-pee.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Wow.
Like, the randomness really hasn't died. It's just now, instead of saying LOL muffins, we say poo-poo pee-pee.
Exactly. Instead of saying LOL random XD mustache mushroom vibes, we go poo-poo pee-pee I shit my pants.
You were extremely into mustaches. Like, I went for your Facebook page, and it was kind of like your entire fucking thing.
You want to know what's even crazier?
Yeah.
In the 6th grade, I used to sell duct tape mustache wallets, and I made like $12.
Is it the most money you've ever made?
Yes. My whole life. $12. And I saved it.
Damn, you still have it?
Yeah. That's all I got.
Like, all these videos, none of them are good.
No,
like,
because
the characters don't have, like, actual, like, good personalities.
There was
like,
no character development.
They were all kind of, like, the same. Like, the main character was just, like, this gay guy. And we were, like, really kind of homophobic with that.
Yeah, that was an issue. See, our brains were so rotted.
Homophobia is bad.
Homophobia is bad.
We could say it, like, the same time.
Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3.
On 3 or after 3?
On 3.
After?
No, after 3.
Okay.
After 3.
Okay, go.
1, 2, 3. Homophobia is bad.
Alright, glad we got that out of the way.
Yep, just want to get that out of the way. So we had him, the gay guy, and then there was this dumb blonde.
And then there was, like, their smart lesbian friend.
Yeah.
Who was just kind of, like, there. And then there was this girl that they just kind of kept around just to bully.
Yeah.
And that was it. They didn't really have, like, actual personalities.
No, and then at some point, all their personalities just merged into one, and they were all the same thing.
I really did have trouble going in between voices, because all my characters would, like, morph to be the same thing. Like, Becky and Venus don't have a difference.
I would just... See, the thing is, in my head, I thought I was using different voices, but watching back on it now, it's just the same thing.
And all the video, I feel like I can't believe how long it's took us to like think of any YouTube video ideas, but we would spew out like 10 videos a day at the same time. And like then, I go over to your house like once every month, and we'd be like, okay, we need to make like 7 videos or something so we can like post for the entire month.
Imagine having that motivation now. Like, I can't comprehend.
Genuine, like we posted so many videos in the same year, I could not imagine doing
I can't even keep up with posting one thing a year without me being so emotionally exhausted from coming up with any content.
Like, I can't even think of one tweet for like a week.
I can't even think of one coherent sentence. Like, one coherent sentence is enough, and then I'm done for the year.
I can't even think.
Me either.
End it there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how, I don't understand how we got so many fucking people find this funny. Like, if you look at the comments, they're all good.
Yeah, we never got
bad ones.
We rarely ever got hate. It was so stupid. People were like, "You guys are so funny, keep it up." And like years after, people would comment on my Instagram and be like, "Oh my god, are you the girl from that Monster High video?" And I'd be like, "No."
Like, still? Or, like, that was, like, years ago?
This was years ago, but, like, years after we stopped making videos, you know? It was pretty crazy.
Like, I think the only reason why we actually had followers is because I had my giant Monster High photography page that had, like, 13,000 followers.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, hey, guys, just check out our YouTube channel, too. And they're like, okay, we'll do anything you say.
Yeah, they really like admired
I was
you.
the most popular. I was the most popular Monster High fan page on all of Instagram in 2014,
Wow.
and I haven't been as popular since. And what's funny is like when I had that page, everyone loved me in the fandom because I was the most popular one. So obviously you want to be my friend because that's free clout. And recently, all like the big pages from that fandom, we actually made a group chat. We all got each other's numbers. We like found each other, like found everyone through Instagram, and we like made a group chat. And no one likes me.
They're
Not
still
a single
jealous.
person. Seriously, 2 people in that group chat like me, and that's fucking it.
Everyone is still jealous. That's all.
We found I don't know. I don't have anything in common with them anymore, and I think that's really it. But what I think is funny is like the only time that group like ever like we died for a while, but like a month ago, one of them was like, "Hey, you guys remember this other big account that we all thought killed himself? He's actually a 43-year-old pedophile."
Oh my god. What?
Like he was like we were all 13 and 14 in the fandom, and he was like the second biggest account next to me. Like when he passed me, my friend bullied him so hard he deleted his account just so that I could get the #1 spot back. And I love it.
Wait, so was he posing as like a young boy or what?
Yeah, he pretended like he was like a 16-year-old boy. He's like, I get bullied a lot in school because I'm a 16-year-old guy who still plays with dolls. Pity me. And all the girls were like, oh my god, you're so cool. It's so cool. You can be like so secure in your masculinity that you still collect Monster High dolls and stuff. You're so cool. And like his big thing is that he would do giveaways, or he'd like do like, oh, photo contest. Whoever has the best photo gets doll. I'll send it to you. And he'd like get all these addresses and like send little girls dolls.
Oh my god! Imagine if like he had all these addresses. Imagine if something happened.
Dude, it was like so the girl who found out about this, she was talking to his daughter, and he went to jail for a few years. That's why I don't know what she never mentioned it. Probably something some creepy pedophilic shit.
Probably.
But like that's why he pretended to kill himself online, because he went to jail.
He was like, "All right, guys, I'm gonna be busy next week. I'm killing myself." That's what he said.
Like his bio on his Instagram is, "I'm dead. Don't bother. I killed myself." But like what was also weird is he was like in group chats with all these kids, and like he was like really close to some of them, and like kind of like had like flirty relationships with a few of them.
What else? Like what else did we accomplish in our 19 years of living?
19? Made it that far?
Yeah. That's crazy.
We used to make like weird little videos where my name would be Sydney and yours would be Savannah, because we had to protect our identity online because our parents were like, "You're gonna get kidnapped," and I'm like, okay.
I can't believe we were actually like that advanced.
Yeah, that we we just came up with different names. Yeah, and I think that was like they pretended to be sisters, and it was like a cute little thing.
It was a cute little romance.
Yeah, between sisters. But like we used to make like all like these weird videos where like we would like we'd like do like it was like iCarly. We thought we could be the next iCarly.
I really wanted to in my head, and I thought we were going to be.
I actually made a website like for our videos.
It
was like an iCarly type website.
I'm gonna insert the picture of that website.
Nothing. It's not even about our videos.
No, it's such a disaster.
Like if you actually if you go to like the Wix page for it, like it's the Computer Nerd 01 videos is like an entire page because
we were that obsessed.
Yeah, no, I think that he heavily influenced us, but we didn't do it correctly.
Not even close.
No, like his videos, like they're good. They're still good. I would still watch them. But like
me too. Same with like Ryan.
Then we have like even like the page has like Niga Higa videos on it too. And we thought we could be him so bad, we actually recreated one of his videos, and I found it, and I don't like watching it. It actually gives me a little stroke every time I look at it.
Yeah, it makes me mad uncomfortable. I feel like I'm gonna shit myself.
I don't think anyone can like come like be in our friendship. I don't think we could actually have mutual friends outside of Jayden.
That's our only friend, and I think the only reason he can handle it is because he also has brain damage. Like, that's the qualifications.
Shout out brain damage.
Shout out my brain damage gang.
That should be like our like brain damage. I was trying to think of like a cute little nickname for people with brain damage, but that's really
wait. Like drain gang, like young lean, but brain gang.
What?
You know?
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Young lean,
I don't know who the other one is.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
You think? Do you want to end the podcast now? Like, you're done.
No, you think you know
Thanks.
someone, but
19 years.
that's crazy. We've known each other for 19 years.
I think, like, no, it would be exactly 19, because it's been at least 6 months in this year.
Yeah. That's stupid.
That's a little bit too long.
And then there was at least, like, a 5-year gap where we didn't say a word to each other.
No, I actually remember, like, I had, like, those, like, weird, like, phones where I had to, like, type, like, you had to, like, press, like, the 3 button 3 times if you wanted to, like, get the letter C. We had, like, one of those phones, and I remember you, like, I don't know what happened, but you were, like, really mad at me, and you were like, do not talk to me, we are not friends anymore. Like, oh, okay. I will not invite you to my birthday party.
Yeah, actually, I do remember that. And then I remember, like, one day I really wanted to apologize, and I talked to my mom, and I was like, can you call Katie's mom? And then she was like, you haven't talked to her in forever. And I was like, yeah. And then she, like, talked to your mom, and then I don't even remember what happened, but I apologized. I don't even know if I apologized, but we started talking again.
I don't remember at all. I have no idea. I remember us not being friends for a while, and then, like, through middle school, I don't think we really talked. Like, after the videos, we didn't really talk anymore.
Yeah, no.
Like, first couple years of high school, we didn't talk. Currently, we don't talk. We kind of just talk, like, once a month.
But I feel like that's all we can handle at this point.
I can't handle conversation. I don't think I talk to anyone besides my boyfriend anymore. Like,
me neither.
Like, consistently. Like, sometimes I'll talk to somebody, but then, like, it'll just be, like, for a day. Maybe I'll text them, like, in a few weeks.
Yeah. I have to, like, space out my conversations with people because it's too much for me to handle. I'll be like, this week I'll talk to Katie, next week I'll talk to someone else, and then I'll take a break, because that's enough.
Dude, online, I remember, like, the height of my internet fame when I also had, like, my meme page, because those were cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there was, like, one of those, like, text post meme pages called Dairy Queef.
Yes.
Because I thought that was fucking comedy gold.
Well, it is.
But, like, I remember once, like, I was, like, it was back when Kik was a thing, so I talked to everyone on Kik, because that's what everyone used.
Yeah.
Cool. I remember having, like, I was talking to, like, 14 people at the same time, because I was so popular online that everyone, how? I don't know, even text 2 people at once without being like, oh god, this is too much. I need to go lie down.
Dude, I wish I, like, remembered what it was like to be 13.
You want to?
Yeah.
If you go on your Facebook page, it's just you doing, like, those, like, Tumblr pictures where you're, like, showing off, like, your little mustache thing, or, like, you're wearing, like, a big scarf and just doing a peace sign to the camera.
That was my peak. That's when I peaked, and it's been on a steady decline since then.
I don't remember my peak at all, because I think my peak was when I dressed up as Dan Howell for Halloween in the 9th grade and thought I was a quirky small bean.
Ew.
And then I also shaved half my head and then wore all my hair in, like, a hat because I wanted people to... I didn't want people to know what I was.
Yeah. That's actually, like, if you think about it now, that's kind of groundbreaking. Like, you were really breaking gender norms.
I really was. I remember once I was on, like, a friend field trip, I guess, to, like, Adventure Dome. We all had, like, matching t-shirts, so that's why it was, like, a fun little field trip. And we went on that, like, you know, like, that bus thing? You've been to Adventure Dome, right?
Yeah, it's like an upside down
like,
thing.
Bus, yeah, like, no, like, it was just, like, a bus, and it's kind of just, like, around.
Wait, I don't remember this.
Okay, it's, like, one of those rides. And, like, I was, like, hanging out with my friends, and all my hair was in a hat, and, like, this little 8-year-old boy behind us was like, aren't you guys too old to be on this ride? And then my friend's like, no, we're not. And then I'm like, yeah, no, not. And then, like, they heard me talk, and they're like, dude, you're a girl?
Oh my god, that's great.
And I'm like, but, like, I look back at those pictures now, and I'm like, wow, they look fucking stupid.
But you were really, like, breaking the
breaking norms.
Yeah.
I was a big ally in the 8th. Like, that was kind of like my whole personality.
Yes.
I was like, gay people. And then, like, 9th grade, I was kind of the same. But then 10th, after I entered high school, I went downhill. No, middle school. Middle school, I went downhill.
I think, like, right after 6th grade, it was all downhill for me.
The 6th grade is when I was popular online, and I think we still made YouTube videos in the 6th grade, and then we kind of were like, hey, I think we're getting too old for this.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of the one thing that we have still keeping us together.
You know what? I think the reason why I texted you and I said we are not friends anymore is because I think someone found one of our videos and I was just so embarrassed and I like didn't want to be associated with you. I was like, I don't want anyone to know about this. And then I was like,
I
fuck you, I'm done.
I think it's so funny that like in the 5th grade, I was so embarrassed to be like a fan of Monster High, but like I was 10.
Yeah.
That's like the audience. That's like the age you're supposed to be.
Exactly.
Like I'm 19, and I'm probably gonna put some of my dolls on display in my new bookshelf.
Oh my god, Queen.
Like they kind of like they're cool. Like
they are. You know what?
Like
dolls are cool. Let's just get that out of the way.
Dolls are cool.
Dolls are cool as hell. You know what the worst part of living in Florida is?
All of it. Living in Florida.
Well, yes. A, all of it. B, I have the worst swamp ass 24/7. My whole ass is soaking wet right now.
Is that why there's so many swamps there? It's just people's asses slowly turn into like those big... You got any gators in your ass yet?
They're getting there.
They're getting there.
They're welcome.
Gators, you're welcome in our ass. This is straight up welcome.
Yes.
I'm trying to find the picture I was trying to reference about me in the young age, or I look like a fucking idiot. I think these are the worst photos of anyone on the internet.
I think this is your peak. This was definitely your peak.
I don't think this was my peak at all. I don't remember. I don't remember looking like that. I don't remember. You know what? I blame Noelle for like letting me look like that. I had like my best friend in 7th and 8th grade. Her name was Eileen. Noelle and I, like, they were my best friends, and they let me look like that.
See, I had friends that told me I was ugly every day and kept me humble.
I never got bullied once in my life. I've never been bullied.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how I've never been bullied, because, like, as a kid, I was fat and ugly. Like, I had no style. My hair looked like shit. I never got bullied, though.
Maybe it was just, like, sympathy.
No one ever thought to... Maybe. It might have been.
I think the thing is, everyone at my school was, like, Mormon, and they had all these built-up emotions, and they were like, I'm gonna take it out on this girl who isn't Mormon. And I'd go to school, and someone would be like, your eyebrows are bushy, and I'd be like, and then that's what kept me grounded.
Dude, I wish I was bullied. Like, look at all this. Seriously, this is the face of a girl who's never been bullied before. Like, I don't know how. I don't get it. I don't get it. People should bully me still.
Maybe you were
I'm
just like
still bullyable.
Maybe you were just mad confident and people were scared.
Maybe. That's what I always thought, because Noelle was always like cry about being bullied. Not like cry, but like she would like be like, oh, all these kids are bullying me and being rude, and I'm like, how are they being rude? She was like, you know how like in middle school there are like the weird emo furry kids, and then there's like the normal popular kids who like look normal, shop at Justice, they got like their whole fit, you know?
That was me. Maybe that's why I got bullied.
No, that was Noelle too. Like she was actually like a normal kid, and like I'm like, how are you getting bullied and I'm not getting like? I used to draw on my arms. I'd cover my arms in Sharpies to like pretend like they were like tattoos, and I'd keep them on for days.
What are those X's on your face in that picture?
Oh, I think that was me trying to like do like a cool little alt makeup look.
Oh wow.
That Black Veil Bride shirt I'm wearing is actually signed.
That's so cool.
I remember when I met them. It was like really weird because I wasn't like the biggest fan of them. It's just they also had like a meet and greet, and I wanted to get some stuff because I liked their music, but I didn't know who they were. And the girls in front of me were like, "Oh my god, Andy Brad!" Ah! They were like screaming, they were freaking out. And then I walk up, I'm like, "Hey guys, how are you guys doing? You guys doing? Thanks. Hey, thanks. I like your music. See you guys tomorrow. Haha, get it."
You were just so cool.
Hey, I didn't like. I felt awkward because I'm like, I don't know who any of these guys are.
Wait, this is like so entirely off topic, but when you were talking about signatures, it reminded me of this memory of when I was my only time ever going to Disneyland. I think I was 5 years old, and I really wanted to meet Peter Pan. But I didn't actually get to meet anyone because I was too scared to be at Disneyland. But I wanted people to think I met Peter Pan, and I brought a little book with me so that people could sign it, but no one did. But since I wanted people to think I met Peter Pan...
I'd sign it.
I signed it myself. And I wrote Peter Pan in my 5-year-old handwriting. And I went to school. I went to school the next day, and I said, "Oh my god, guys, look, I met Peter Pan." And I showed them the book where it said Peter Pan, and everyone was like, "Yo, this bitch met Peter Pan." And I was like, "Hell yeah."
Damn, faking clout at age 5.
Really though.
I don't even remember being 5.
I think that's my only memory. And then like shitting my pants.
At 5?
Yeah.
I'm glad I stopped doing that.
I still haven't stopped.
Oh, okay, me neither, now that we're being open about it. Fuck, I forgot what was I talking about?
Your shirt that was signed and you were like really cool.
Yeah, I thought I was really cool.
You were, no, though.
Didn't. Kind of. A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you were.
8th grade was rough.
8th grade was rough.
These are all pictures from the 8th grade. That's when I shaved half my head and thought I was, like, really cool because I cut my hair, and I'm like, I'm not like other girls, my hair is short and shaved. Blah, blah, blah. And, like, I only had, like, 3 friends, and that's okay. I understand now. I'm like, how come all the cool kids have so many friends? And I'm like, oh, maybe because I was a fucking idiot.
I wish I was a furry in middle school.
You mean, like, my sister?
Yes.
Ever since she was 8. She was 8. She was, like, in furry group chats online, and then she started, like, drawing porn at 10. And the art's not bad. And I hate that. That's my least favorite part, is that she's done it so much that she's not bad at drawing furry porn.
Wow. She's really an inspiration.
No.
How old is she?
She's 12 now. And, like, she actually has a YouTube channel. She does animation. I'm not going to give out her channel name, obviously.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people being like, hey, your sister's talking about how you draw porn online? What's up with that?
Question mark?
I just want to say that she has 2,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Which I think she's getting more popular than we were in middle school, which is really just, like, heightening my family disappointment.
Yeah, that makes me uneasy.
She has a Money Machine animation video.
Oh my god.
I don't want my 12-year-old sister listening to Money Machine.
I don't want my 12-year-old sister drawing furry porn to 100 gigs.
She also draws, like, Little Darky fan art.
Oh my god. I don't even know
that. That's like...
Wait, have you seen that video of Lil Darky, like,
I
screaming?
don't even know who he is.
Oh, he's this, like, screamo rapper. There's this video of him. There's this video of him in a public restroom at, like, a playground, and he's screaming, like, into a microphone in the urinal, like, screaming. Like, his music. And then someone pans the camera around, and it's just a bunch of little kids waiting in line to use the bathroom while he's just screaming into a urinal.
My sister has so much beef. It's fucking hilarious. She makes actually her like, you know how, like, in the YouTube community tab you can, like, make, like, posts, just, like, regular posts.
Yeah.
They're funnier than my tweets. One that says, "Imagine if babies were actually real," laughing emoji. Imagine though. Girls don't exist. Sorry, it's the truth.
Oh my god, she's an enigma.
Why do I have bladder issues? What the fuck? And then she says, "Fun fact: I'm absurdly unfunny." Felt that. You know what? Respect. I heavily relate to her. I feel like my siblings, I feel like the mistake was me being the firstborn child, because now they look up at me and they're like, that's what we're gonna be one day.
I feel like that's like a pretty good person to admire.
Because the difference between me and is, like, her mom is way more protective than mine is about, like, the internet. Her mom would, like, take away her phone, like, whenever she went to school, and, like, she wouldn't let her have, if she had any schoolwork to do, she'd only have it on the weekends. I met internet friends when I was 13 years old, and I don't know how my mom was like, okay.
No, I was 13.
You can go meet this kid from online.
I was, like, 13 years old, and I was like, Mom, can I go to Los Angeles and meet people I met online at a convention? And she was like, yeah.
Isn't this how you met your boyfriend?
I met my boyfriend on Minecraft.
Yeah, but, like, wasn't the convention where you met him?
Yeah, but I was kind of older. Like, I was almost 16, and I went. Oh, okay. But, yeah. Crazy shit.
But I met my boyfriend in a Panera Bread.
See, that's true romance.
Kind of like bread.
It's like that TikTok of those two kids in the Panera, and they're, like, rubbing their noses together, and someone's like, is this allowed?
That was actually us. Like, in the beginning of our relationship, we'd be kind of, like, touchy at work, and my manager would, like, get mad at me, and I'm like, it's called Dinner and a Show, Kendra. Because I was 16 and thought I was 17. I was like, this is cool. This is cool to do at work. Oh, my favorite Panera Bread story is one time I was like coming into my shift and like my two coworkers, they run out to me like, Tana Mojo is here, and I'm like, Tana's here, and they're like, yeah, she's over there in that booth, you should go say hi to her. But I'm like, I don't think I had a Tana, but now I regret that.
Oh my god, I forgot she fucking lived in Vegas.
Yeah, she went to Green Valley.
That's crazy.
But like my boyfriend, he took Tana's order. Like he had to look at her, have a conversation with her, and write down her name for her. And like then he saw the two girls screaming. He's like, "Who is that girl supposed to be?" And like, "That's Tana Mojo." And he's like, "That's not Tana. That doesn't look like Tana at all." But I guess she had no makeup on at all, and he hasn't seen any photos of her unfiltered. So he's like, "That's not Tana."
That's
not
so
Tana.
funny.
He's like, "I know who Tana is. That's not Tana." But then it became like a huge meme, was her TanaCon thing, and I'm like, damn it, I wish I had the photo of Tana just to use for clout.
Yeah, you should have been like, I was best friends with her.
I hate that word. But just to be like, I met Tana, lol, what a meme.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Dude, Panera Bread was fucking crazy. I think my favorite story from working at Panera was one time I worked cash register, so I was the first person you see. So I'm the easiest person to yell at because you can't just go behind the kitchen area and be like, "Hey, fuck you."
Yeah.
So they get mad at me for it. And this old lady was like, "You need to tell whoever's making sandwiches back there that they either need to go back to culinary school or go kill them because that sandwich was terrible."
Oh my god.
Like, this is an old, like, okay, this is an 18-year-old boy who's never been to college, actually. I don't, let alone culinary. Like, what do you expect? These are teenage kids making your sandwiches, and half of them were high the whole. Like, when Jayden, he worked at Panera Bread for 2 weeks, but then he quit because he was, like, so stressed out because his trainer was high while training him, but it still counted as training hours, so he was never properly trained on sandwiches.
That's how it was when I worked at a movie theater. Like, I worked at a movie theater, and this girl was like, okay, I'm gonna train you, and I was like, alright, word, and then she just, like, left.
She just left?
She left, and then I was like, and then they were like, okay, come back tomorrow for your next shift, and I was like, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. And then I come back, and they're like, okay, start. And I'm like, huh? So I have a panic attack, and then they go, get out, and then they fire me. That's my first job.
Did you sue them for that?
I don't know, because he was like, okay, it was complicated. He said that I lied on my application because I said that I didn't have a disability, but apparently a panic attack warrants some sort of disability. So he was like, you lied on your application.
That, like, this isn't, like, at all the same thing, but that reminds me of when I, like, was working at Denny's, and, like, I had a seizure 30 minutes into my shift, and I had to get sent home, and my manager was like, what's up with that? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
I don't know, it just happens.
I made a TikTok about that I deleted, but it was like me having my seizure at Denny's, and all the customers like, can I get a waffle? Can I please get a waffle?
That's comedy gold right there.
Yeah. Well, so the Panera person who was told to kill himself because of how bad a sandwich was, he ended up quitting because he was dating this girl named to work there who was like Frank and I's work best friend. She was like our favorite person there. She's great. And she was trying to get pregnant with him. They were dating. And they were trying to get pregnant for a while. And then one shift, I wasn't there, but like some girl came in. She's like, is here? And then she's like, yeah, why do you know? And he's like, well, I'm his fiance. And then she's like, you're his what? So she found out right then that like her boyfriend was cheating on her, and he was also working that shift, and we just kind of like dipped into the back. And then she and the fiance, they went behind the Panera Bread and they like started fighting.
Oh my god.
And my coworker, she stabbed her.
What? See, this is why I love Vegas.
She had a pocket knife and she stabbed the girl, and then my coworker got a black eye, so she obviously didn't continue her shift. Not even continue. They were closing anyway. Like, she had a black eye, and then she posted Snapchat. She's like, don't fuck this.
Ew.
And it's crazy. It's like he was trying to get pregnant with her while trying to get married to another girl. Like, it was a mess.
Wow.
But Panera is, like, working in Vegas is a mess. Just the end sentence there.
I'm glad that I only worked there for 2 days in Vegas.
You don't have any other job?
I worked at a Planet Fitness in Phoenix, and I got some stories to tell from that shit.
Like what?
I just remember this. Well, it's just like old people complaining about shit. But I worked in a really bad area, so a lot of the time we would get crackheads because I worked the night shift, so I was there from like 3 to midnight or 4 to 1 a.m. sometimes because it was 24 hours.
Yeah.
I remember this one time this like homeless guy came in and he really wanted to use the bathroom. And then I was like, I'm sorry, you have to be a member to use the bathroom. And he kept screaming at me and he was like, I got a gun. And I was like, no, you don't. I was like, no, you don't have a gun. And he was like, I'll get one. I'll come back. And he never came back. But one
You think they
time,
want to let him get one?
he didn't. He was. I mean, I don't know if he was trying to scare me. But one time there was a shooting in the parking lot of the Planet Fitness while I was on shift, and then one of our regulars came in, and she came in and she was like, gunshots, gunshots, and I was like, oh, not this shit again. And then I was with my coworkers and I was like too scared to call the police. So one of them was like, call 911, and I just like handed the phone to my coworker because I was like, I don't want to deal with this right now. So they called 911 and then they like the witnesses or whatever had to fill out all these police reports, and there were cop cars the entire time, but we never closed. So people were just coming in and they were like,
24/7, we stay open.
Literally.
No problem. We're open.
That's their motto. Planet Fitness, we stay open, even if there's a shooting.
So yeah. I was trying to think of like a cool rhyme, but then I'm like, oh man, I don't have enough time to think of any. That reminds me of two different things. Like, I don't like all of Vegas is just a bad area. Like, there's like you'll find anything anywhere, so it's not like the same kind of thing. It's like occasionally this would happen. Like, there was this time like some guy like blacked out in front of the Chili's that I work at, and then some people came in to me and the other hostess, and they're like, "Hey, there's a guy passed out right in front of your building," and we're like, "Oh shit, this." And I was like, "LOL, me though." And my coworker's like, "You can't just make Caesar jokes," and I'm like, "Okay." And then so the cops come, or not the cops, the ambulance comes. My manager deals with it. She like she talks to the ambulance. They take him to the hospital across the street, and apparently, like we find out is that he actually escaped from the hospital. Like he was sick, and like he escaped from the hospital, went to go buy a ton of beers, got drunk, and then passed out in front of Chili's. But there were still some beers that he left. So he passed out with there was still a few beers that he had. And then he comes back like 4 hours later, like he's like, "You guys have a manager here?" I didn't see him, so I didn't recognize it was him. So I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll go get one." And then like I get my manager, and she's like, "What do you want?" And then he's like, "Where are my beers, bitch?" He's like, "I know you took my beers. I know you threw those shits away." And she's like, "No, I didn't. I didn't away." To the ambulance, he's like, "Fine me, bitch. I know you have them. Where are they?" And she's like, "I don't. You need to leave. You can't do this." And I'm like, "What?" And like she was like he was like screaming, and then he's like, "Fuck this, I'm out, bye." And I'm like, "Okay, good, bye." And she's like, "I did, just fuck this guy."
And that's just Vegas in a nutshell.
Imagine blacking out drunk and then being like, "Hey, where's my beers? I need more." It's like, and then this other guy, he walked in, he's like, clearly, I guess he was homeless, and then he was like, "Hey, you guys sell cigarettes here?" I'm like, "This is a Chili's." He's like, "Oh man, but you guys have any on you that I can buy off you? I'll give you $5. And I'm like, "No, we don't smoke. You need to leave." And he's like, why I gotta leave? And like customers would be like leaving, like I was like fucking leave my Chili's. And then he's like, "You guys got any? You guys got cigarettes? I'll give you $5." And I'm like, please don't bother our customers.
Oh my god.
Let him live. And then like the other host got the manager while I was dealing with him, and then he walked up. He's like, "Sir, you need to leave." And he's like, Hey, sir, you got cigs? I'll give you $5." He's like, "No, I don't have any cigarettes. Please leave." And he kept like bothering people outside for a while, and I think they called the cops because you can't just stand outside of a Chili's asking for cigarettes.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Man.
Dude, working is like the fucking worst.
I'm
working
so glad
now
that I don't do it.
Working now in the middle of a pandemic is the worst thing ever.
I can't even
imagine. I get yelled at 5 times a day. 5 times a day people yell at me.
I can't imagine.
Like, I'll be like, "Hey, you need to wear a mask." They'll be like, "No, I don't. Why do I have to wear a mask? I'm going to be eating." I'm like, "Yeah, but you're going to be walking around the restaurants. You're going to be interacting with people. You're going to be getting close to them. You can take the mask off when you get to the table." Like, "No, that's stupid. I can't eat with a mask on. How am I supposed to be with a mask on, idiot?" And storm out. And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, I don't. Why do people have to be so entitled?
It's not that hard. Like Nevada, I don't know how Florida's doing it because you guys aren't doing too good.
Well,
but we have we have a mandate now. Like you have to wear a mask anywhere. You can't not have one on.
Yeah, so like
people would like yell at me about that, or they'd be like, "I have a disability." I'm like, "Do you?" And like, "Yep." Like my entire family, all 4 of us, we all have breathing problems. Even this young 13-year-old girl, she's a breathing problem. She can't breathe either. She can't wear a mask.
That's the worst excuse.
But it's like I can't argue it.
So
like, that's like the law. It's like, if you have a medical condition, you can't disclose what it is. You don't have to. Because you have to be like, hey, I have a medical condition. I can't wear a mask. And legally, I have to be like, fine, welcome to Chili's.
that's so fucked up. I hate that.
I hate it so much. And I have some managers that don't even. I have one coworker. I fucking hate him. But, like, he's, like, anti-mask, anti-Black Lives Matter. Like, this black couple came in. This was, like, during, like, the riots and stuff. They came in, and when they left, he's like, bye, have a good day. And they didn't say anything back. And so he was like, I bet they're one of those black people that hate all white people and want us all to die. And I'm like, dude, no one thinks that. He's like, well, yeah, but there's so much, like, what's the word for when it's, like, you're being, like, specific? There's like so much generalization now. It's like you can never really tell. I'm like, you're generalizing. You can't fucking say that people. It's just, I hate him.
That's like the worst type of person.
He talks about, like,
anti-Black Lives Matter.
He talks about, like, going shooting, and I'm like, I don't.
Yeah.
And he's like a 16-year-old boy.
Ew.
He's like, we shouldn't raise the minimum wage. Why do taxpayers have to pay more for these people? Just get a better job. And I'm like, but you're minimum wage, dude.
See, a part of me feels bad
for people. All the adults you work with.
A part of me feels bad for people like that because I know a lot of the times it's just their parents who, like, they don't know any better, and it's like their parents are forcing these stupid beliefs on them, and that's why we should eradicate all old people.
All old people. Kill them. I'm so glad that, like, I grew up was, like, actually, like, I live in a liberal household. Like, everyone in my house.
Yeah, same. Like, I feel so lucky that I didn't grow up, like, super religious and super racist.
Glad I'm not racist.
I'm blessed.
I have a friend in Mississippi. Her name's Carson. I mentioned her earlier. She was, like, my one friend in Monster High fandom. Her parents, like, she had an hour-long argument with her parents about, like, if slavery is bad.
What?
They're from Mississippi, so, like, they're like, slavery. Like, they try to justify it. They're like, well, look how much work we got done. America wouldn't be the same without it. We built so much from slavery. So we couldn't have done without it.
What?
But, like, yeah, slavery, not that bad. Hot take. Slavery, not that bad.
Actually, you know what? Slavery is bad.
Yeah, I was unserious. Don't cancel. Well, I just, if this ever, like, actually gets famous, people are like, whoa, Catie said slavery's not bad?
Yo, Katie's canceled.
I've been canceled from the moment that I made my social media in general.
Same.
It's all bad. I cancel me. Oh, I can't wait for us to get canceled.
I can't wait for the day till I'm canceled, man, for real.
I already have my apology notes app thing ready.
I've had one ready since I was 12.
Since we were 12. Since we, like, made the first Monster High video, we're like, oh, just in case we offend anyone, here's an apology video.
Here's my 3-page long notes apology for everything
Dude,
I've ever done.
3 pages.
That's it?
Didn't, like, Logan Paul filmed a dead body, and his apology was, like, a little bit, like, a half a paragraph.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. Link in bio, though, for merch. Haha. Logan. I think the weed's wearing off, so I really can't. I can't handle talking to you anymore.
Yeah. No, our magnetic forces are what's the word? I don't know.
Colliding?
Yeah. Should we have any, like, concluding thoughts for the podcast? You got any thoughts?
Ever?
Yeah.
Or like in general?
Yeah. Any thoughts ever?
Not really. Should we, like? Oh, fuck. Should we, like, mention, like, here's what we're gonna do? Like, come back.
Yeah.
We're probably not gonna be consistent with these in the slightest at all.
No, it'll probably be, like, once a month, if that.
Alright.
Alright.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Maybe we'll do this again. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Leave a video response.